there goes nothing. Got a decent load on. Time to head in the trail. We made it a fair bit further last trip in. Hopefully we can make it all the way in this trip. Gonna stop every so far, do a little video clip. Well, here goes nothing. This is where we made it to last trip. Where I stopped and left the bike. Let's see how good Cody does the rest of the way in. Hopefully really well. Well, time for the real test. We got the hill to take on. Last few years I've ended up having to leave. I've made it this far with my trailer and had to leave the trailer sitting there a couple times because the bike just couldn't get up the hill in this stuff. Got an advantage. The snow is pretty like frozen solid, so there's not really any sinking. As you can see with Alex, he's not sinking in at all. It's barely leaving tracks. The bike's riding on top of the snow. So let's hope for the best with this hill. Well, I can happily say it just walked right up it like it didn't exist. As you can see, it didn't cut in very much. See how well this zoom works on here. Got a couple spots where it broke through the surface pretty good to grab, but for the most part, just walked right in. I do kind of got the advantage that before this freeze up, I came through with snowshoes and it packed, there's a round trip and it packed everything in good. Here we can see more wonderful little elk tracks. Take that zoom back off. There we go. The whole trail, everywhere you look, there's tracks from these boys. And girls. They're just all over the place. Alex loves it. He runs all over the trails. This is a combination between elk and Alex from last trip. Yeah, they're just everywhere. Obviously the bigger ones are the elk, the smaller ones are Alex that run around playing. But yeah, the bike handled the hill no problem. Perfect. Do a few more clips between here and the cabin, and guess that'll cover the trip in. Oh, made it to the open rock. Well, I guess technically past it. 2/3 of the way in. Alex down playing on the pond. The ice is still pretty decent down there, it looks like. So. Oh, yeah, no issues whatsoever. Really pretty bumpy because everything's froze, but well, it's a four-wheeler, right? No, so far so good. I just had to restrap my pack on there. Figured good time for a small stock video clip. But yeah, for the most part it's pretty straightforward getting the rest of the way to the cabin. We've got the stone ramp issue, but I got the detour there. It should work pretty good, like handle pretty good. Just got to get there before the snow starts to thaw out in the sunlight. We've had clear skies all day and so far, and yeah, as you can see, the bike's not really digging in a lot, but it has started to. So I'm gonna get my butt in here. We're gonna make a stop up on the mountain. Sorry, up on the mountain where we turn off to go down to the platform stand, to Alex's tree stand, and then I guess from there to the cabin. Maybe a stop at the sugar shack. Well, made it up to the top of the mountain. This is a good example right here. That's untouched snow. The bike just rolled across the top of her, no problem. Perfect. Alex is having a blast. Something's been through recently and looks like it was something pretty good size. Not now it's hard to tell because he's ran through there. Yeah, not too bad. Should be a good week. It's gonna be pretty damn chilly, but that's what the wood stove's for, right? Lots of layers, clothes, blah blah blah, all that crap. Okay. Next stop, Sugar Shack. Well, we made it this far. We're at Casa de Akbash, also known as the Sugar Shack. And the goals this week, we're going to get this gap fixed up, get this window area framed in, maybe get the plywood piece on it, get this gap filled in, get the tarp folded up over for our vapor barrier, weather barrier. Get this last top log in for the roof. And if Daryl's able to make it, he's supposed to bring some skids so we can get to work on these walls. So for obvious reasons, I'm really hoping he makes it. Other than that, we gotta get the separator and other stuff up here. Get things ready for use. A couple more weeks. I gotta go run the bike through the trails here. Not today, but get the Sugar Shack or Sugar Bush trails done. Now we won't be tapping through here this year. This is where we tapped last year. Instead, we're going to go this direction. Come out the side here out to the main trail. This whole area up here, this is where one of my best parts, just over the kind of hump to the ground there. There's about, what did I count? 40 some odd trees that are marked. And I've added a few more back through this way, like over towards this direction. So looking at 50 trees probably this year. So once the sap's flowing, that should be pretty good. But that's a whole other video. That's in a couple weeks. Important part, the bike's made it in the trail. Just gotta run up to the yard now. And we're here. Oh, it feels good to have the bike back in here. That last trip was just, oh my god. To walk in here and then having to go back out with the sled for the other supplies. Here's part of this week's plan. Gotta get all this stuff cut up for the cabin. This all Sugar Shack wood. I'm gonna use the small wood cutter upper for that. Well, the majority of it at least. And yeah, this is all to get cut and split for the cabin. But as you can see, we're not doing too bad. We've got 3/4 of a cord of wood there. Got a bunch of blocks here waiting to be split. Got half a face cord there, a little bit left in there. Doing really good this year. If we would have had one more full cord of wood cut, I think we would completely have it made back here each year. So I'm estimating 4 cords of wood to get through the like all the way from like July, August while the wood's getting cut, and organized right through until spring again. So time to start cutting again. That's what it is. Right until it's time to start cutting again. But yeah, bike made it. Starting to cut in a little bit on corners and stuff now. So we got in here at perfect time. Okay, we'll talk to you all later. Everyone have a great day. Thanks for watching.